Do you struggle to put on weight? Do you struggle to put on muscle? Are you an ectomorph? The skinny guy? The hard gainer? Welcome, because I am as well. So let's just give a bit of context. This is me before. And this is me now. Now between the two pictures, probably 8 to 10 years, I'd say, off the top of my head. Realistically, and I always say this, probably about 4 years of proper nutrition and training. And even then, I'm human. You know, I go out, I see family, I do lots of things, I go on holidays, I get ill, I blah, blah, blah. So it hasn't been a consistent journey, but it's been better. It's the best. These last 4 years have been good. So I'm going to talk to you about my experience, where I went wrong, where I went wrong. I'm going to talk to you about where I went wrong in my training, what I could have done better, and hopefully as I'll share my experiences as a hard gainer myself to help you guys as well. Because it's fucking hard. Like, our metabolisms are a joke. Like, our bodies are furnaces. We eat and just shit it out the next day. Like, it's difficult. It's a difficult game. And I think it's equally as hard for hard gainers as it is for people that are looking to lose weight as well. So let's talk about the key mistakes that I made. And I'm going to try and keep this video short and sweet because I've really been going on a tangent during these recordings and I've had to start again. So, key mistakes I made. So, I wasn't eating enough. Oh yeah, I was having a Mackey's and like 2 Greggs. Or I was having a crappy breakfast, a meal deal, mum's dinner, and then a protein shake. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? I'm not going to build muscle doing that. Like, it's appalling. And I regret it. I regret it a lot. I wish I had the structure and I wish I had the guidance and the nutrition at the start. And hopefully I'll give you some of that today. That leads me on to my next point is poor training intensity. I was training good, but I wasn't training hard like I should have been. I wasn't training for hypertrophy. I was dossing around. And that's another thing I regret. But I didn't know. I didn't know how to train properly. And then lack of recovery. I was going out on the weekends getting absolutely steaming and wrecked, and then I was recovering on Wednesday. And then I'd do it again the following weekend. Or I'd get crap sleep, or I'd train too much and I wouldn't let my body recover. So yeah, reiterating the point, I wasn't eating enough, poor training intensity, and lack of recovery. Now what I wish I should have done better are these points. So nutrition. Let's talk nutrition. Calories and carbohydrates are your friend. They're your friend. So for carbohydrates, one day, for example, when I managed to build about 8 pounds of lean tissue in 2 months, the days consisted of, in the morning, I'd have 3 English muffins, I'd have 2 full packets of microwave rice, I'd have 150 grams of cream of rice, I'd then have 150 grams of Cocoa Pops, I'd then have a massive portion of chips, just as carbohydrates with my meals and calories, obviously. So that just puts into perspective how much you need to eat as a hard gainer. You can't be following the same diet as someone who puts on muscle and weight quick. It doesn't, honestly, it really doesn't work like that for us. And it's annoying. It is annoying. But ultimately, you will look better in the long run. I'm just saying. That leads me on to my next point, which is protein. So I'm 188 pounds at the moment, comfortably. So I aim for 188 pounds of protein. If I can get more, I'll get more. And lastly, calories. Now, go online and type in what's it called? Maintenance calories calculator. Work out your maintenance calories and find out what you need to be eating for your maintenance and add 1,000 onto it. Just add 1,000 onto it. That's what you need to be eating. Some would say 200, 300. No, we're hard gainers. We need to eat loads. So I'd say aim for about 1,000 more. If not, 2,000. If you can get 3,000, imagine that. You get 3,000 more calories. If you can do that, fair play. But I'd say at least 1,000. So, reiterating the point, nutrition. Shit loads of carbohydrates and good carbohydrates. Nothing crap like lots of sugar and lots of salt like Doritos or something. Good carbohydrates. Protein. 1 gram of protein for every pound of body weight. So I'd get some scales if you have any. And calories, aim for about an extra 1,000 calories plus over your maintenance. Now my next point, training intensity. Train fucking hard. Don't be doing 3 sets of 12 or doing like 3 sets but you've got to spare a few reps in the tank. Those reps at the very last bit of your set are the most important part of the whole session. Those last few reps where you really squeeze that muscle to the absolute fucking limit is where it really counts. So I'd say for me personally, what I do is I do my first set, heaviest weight is I do pre-exhaustion, but I then warm up to my working weight. So when I say working weight, this is the working weight where I'm gonna do my first set. So that is picking a weight where I'll fail between 6 to 10 reps. If I get 6 reps, I'll continue doing that weight until I get 10 reps. If I get above 10 reps, then I need to go up a weight, and then I'll be going back to 6 reps again, and that's progressive overload. You're upping the weight, and you're getting more reps. If progressive overload isn't just upping the weight, it's also upping the reps, if you think about it. And then my next set is a back off set. So that would be 12 to 15 reps. So I'd pick a lighter weight where I'll get 12 to 15 reps. And that's purely for volume, for pump. Because you're not going to be able to go to complete failure on your next set with the same weight. You can, in my opinion. So next one is focusing on the compound lifts, making sure you're not just doing loads of isolation exercises and just chasing pumps and doing loads of supersets. You might build a bit of muscle, but you're not gonna drive the most muscle growth from that. So making sure that you focus on compound lifts, you're progressively overloading, and your training intensity is bang on. Consistency. Nothing else needs to be said really about consistency. Be consistent. Really pull yourself out. If you're in the gutters, you're lying on the sofa like this, and you're like, oh, I can't be arsed. Genuinely, just get up, get the clothes on and go. I'm telling you, that's the only thing that works for me. I'm not gonna lie, the only way I can go, I can't just sit there and dwell on it. I have to just get up, and get my clothes on and go and get in the car. Once I'm on the way, there's no turning back. You're on the way. But once you're there as well, reiterating the point, training intensity, have a coffee, have a Monster, just something to get you in the mood. And I guarantee after you'll feel amazing, but also you're stimulating muscle growth. And for hard gainers, you can't neglect not going to training, obviously. If I'm teaching you guys to suck eggs during this video and I'm sounding like I'm being a bit of a knob, I do apologise. I just trying to drill it into you guys, My next point, water intake. Now, I neglected this. I was having Cokes, I was having fucking beer, blah, blah, blah. Water intake's important. I'd say aim for like 4 litres of water a day. It sounds a lot, but realistically, you're probably consuming like a litre of water just during your training sessions alone. So yeah, water intake. That leads me on to my next point, which is supplements and why water is important. So creatine. Creatine is your friend. Creatine is everyone's friend, actually. There's so much research on creatine. I neglected taking creatine because for some reason, I wouldn't pull it out the cupboard and just put it into a freaking glass and drink it. What was I doing? Creatine is important. It will put water into your muscles and you'll ultimately become stronger. So, protein. Don't neglect. If it comes down to cost, if you can't afford it, fair enough. But if you've got chicken breasts, or you can get chicken breasts, have a chicken breast instead of protein, because you'll get a lot more nutrients from that chicken breast than you will from a protein shake. Some of the supplements I'm taking is multivits. I can't remember what else I'm taking, if I'm honest. And some CBD. I'm taking some CBD because I'm a bit ADHD. I'm hoping it's going to help, and it has helped. So yeah, I'm going to reiterate the points again, everything in a nutshell. So I wasn't eating enough. My training wasn't good. It could have been better, and I wasn't recovering enough, and I wasn't sleeping enough. Those are the mistakes I made, and if you're making those mistakes, it's important to recognise it and improve it. And how we can do that is eating the caloric surplus, 1,000 calories, lots of carbohydrates, but good carbohydrates, and 1 gram of protein for every pound of body weight. If you can do more, then do more. Compound lifts, progressive overload, training intensity. Consistency. Being consistent with your training. If you hop off, it's so hard to get back on, I know, but once you're off and you're back on, honestly, you feel so much better. Water intake, 4 litres of water a day if you can. Don't neglect supplements, don't neglect creatine, because creatine will really be your friend. And all the rest of it if you don't get it in food. I'm also going to say a finishing line. Now, why I say this, I'm telling you, as a hard gainer like me, an ectomorph, you'll look good. You're actually blessed with amazing genetics, because although you struggle to put on weight, you know you're not going to be fat. You know you're not going to be fat. If you train and eat good, you're going to look amazing. You will look amazing, and I want to drive that into your heads. If you're an ectomorph or you're a hard gainer or you're a skinny guy, you will look good. And that's why it's my finishing point for this is do all of this, do all of that, what I just said. And if you need guidance, drop me a message or follow me on Instagram, drop me a message, and we'll get chatting and I can help you out. Because honestly, all of this is so important for hard gainers. It's so important, so important. I really feel strongly about this. But you will look great. And I'm at a peak point in my life where I look and I feel great. And I want you guys to as well. But doing these steps is what's important. But it's not a quick game with hard gainers. You're not going to put on muscle quick. I'll be honest, you're not going to do it. But being consistent and doing it across a long period of time, you'll look amazing. You're going to look amazing. So yeah, hope you enjoyed all that. I'm going to go train now. And this is me training. Thank you so much for watching. Right, we're on the way. We're going to do push today. It's going to be a good session. I can feel it already. It's a weekend. I've had a bit of food, had some eggs, had some avocado, and a squares bar, coffee. So I'm feeling fueled up. So yeah, just going to run you through the session. Just how I do it. I probably won't have the sets and reps in the description, but generally it's always, training for hypertrophy, 6 to 10 reps on the first set, and then I'll have 1 or 2 back off sets of 10 to 15, around 10 to 15, anything above 10 really, or 12. So yeah, that's what I generally do. So I usually start by pre-exhausting my muscles, and I usually work onto the big compound movements. And yeah, and then take it from there really. And I'm going to do a bit of cardio at the end, which I don't usually do. So I might chuck that in there, but that's not very interesting. So yeah, I'll see you there.